Come on, massage on my back. Let's fish. Let's make sure this goes up a little bit more. That's not good. That's not good at all. That's the wrong one. That's why. Oh, that one lifts it up. What the hell? Why is it not going up and down? Like jammed up or something? That sucks. I don't want to break it, but there we go. Yep. Ah, there we go. Got a little jammed up. I want it to be straight and straight up. This gaming chair has a massager on it right here. Right here. So massage your neck. When you get a headache, thing feels so good. There we go. And then this thing massages my back. When my back's hurting. Oh yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Alright. I don't know if I want to sit straight up though. There we go. Yeah. Alright, do some fishing. See what we catch. Haven't been having a whole lot of luck here, but I'm still trying to learn how to fish here because there's a lot of I'm out of breath from that, dude. I know we don't get winded that easily, but I just got back home from fishing and still out of breath. Alright. I'm not really familiar with these fish. So we're targeting this for now. And then this. Alright. I think we're good. We don't have to worry about that setup. That's not. Right around the peak as well. Oh, and the thing has heated seats, which is nice. I like that a lot. Here we go. We are on the big boat. These waves are just ridiculous, man. Alright. We got one that's 18. That's going to be for a big boy. It's going to be this, my strongest rod. That one's only 100. So we're going to roll. This one's 170. This one's actually my second strongest one. And we got a 15-aught hook on that one. So and then we're going to use that on that one as well. We're going to use these two rods instead. So we're going to use 7. And which one's that one right here? That's going to be... I didn't catch these fish. My boy did. A guy that tuned into my YouTube. Appreciate you. He gave me these markers so I could fish. So these markers, we caught some uniques right here. So we're going to fish this one. We're going to throw it right here. That's a big fish. Big shark. We're going to fish right here. We're going to let it go to the bottom. The bait was pulled away. I didn't even do nothing. we get a fish on this one, it's gonna be a big boy. I don't know. I like this headset, but I might go to where everybody else uses those in-ears, so I can just sit here and massage my neck. It's about 1,000 feet right here. Thousand three. Wow. All right. We could probably adjust this a little bit. It's not working. See, my mouse wheel. I've been having this mouse for about 6 years. The mouse wheel. It's not the game. It's my mouse wheel is buggy. It's not wanting to work, and there's no way to change the keybind for. That sucks. Luckily, I'm pretty good friends with the developer of this game. So I need to hit them up and let them know, hey, maybe y'all can add a keybind section for this. Because my mouse wheel is buggy and it's not, I wish I could change the keybind. I don't think I can. Kind of sucks. They don't have flip line, mouse. There's nothing in here for for the boat. I'm gonna hit them up. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna message them about that. There we go. Now I want to work again. There we go. Working now. My mouse wheel's not decided to work. And then let's see if I can get it to click. There we go. And I'll move it this way. We're not gonna take it until we see if it line get yanked on. Now I'm gonna go ahead and put this camera right here because there's nothing right here in that view. That way you can see everything else on the screen. And I just messed it up. If I click, it locks it. I don't know if there's a way I can unlock it back or not. We're just gonna have to let it open reels and do its thing. They really like this bait that we're using. We're gonna probably catch something on this hook more because it's not as big of a hook. If we get something on the other rod, it's gonna be a big shark. Take forever. We also don't have that big of a weight as we do on the other one too, but it doesn't really matter because we don't care about casting distance. We're literally fishing right here in front of us. We're just going down a long ways. What do you mean strike time? I didn't feel like nothing was on here. Let's just keep it there. I was reeling, didn't seem like anything was on. You know what? We have another rod too. Let's go ahead and get that rod out there too. You know what? Let me put a little bit of a smaller hook on this one as well. Just go with a 16. Alright. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. No. There we go. We got something on the 18-ounce hook. This ain't gonna be no baby. It's gonna be a shark, but it ain't gonna be no baby. This is gonna be a fight. It's gonna be probably like a 15, 20-minute fight, real lifetime. It's not coming in okay. I don't think it's gonna be no trophy unique, but it's not fighting a whole lot. It's a shark. It's definitely a shark. So I went fishing in real life. This afternoon. I didn't catch nothing. I had some bites, but fishing wasn't the best. I think I caught a crab, but he got off right when I got close to the bank. I didn't take the boat out today. I just went off the bank today. Oh, are you serious? We just doubled up? Let me set the hook on that one. This is gonna be a this is gonna be a fight, bro. Now I gotta figure out how to get both of these in. I guess reel this one a little bit. Oh, we lost him. I just knew I should have picked it up. This is where a barbless hook would come in handy. I'm not sure what kind of hook these are, but I wanted to focus on this one because I caught this one on the biggest hook. It's just they're so far down. I like the sound of the line doing that. I'm so satisfied. Talking about the break though. If it's a shark though, when he gets close to the surface, it's gonna be like a huge wave. Come on. Come on. I wonder how they get the sound for this. The line be doing that. Like, it's gonna be a fight. That's the only thing bad about these fish. Or the sharks, they fight, but I feel like other fish probably play not as good, but if the fights are quick and you can double up quickly, you could probably double up the pay and get the same pay as you would fighting these things. It's coming up. Here it comes. My personal best. That was a 737-pound fish. Look at that money though. Since I caught him, I'll mark him. Start at 1 o'clock. Ain't no way. I really need to start working on my mod again, dude. I was supposed to release an update for it last Friday, but had a little setback. Sometimes it's hard to get motivated to like write code, especially when you're not getting paid for it. I've got paid doing websites, but like doing video mods, I don't charge. I just make mods for Grand Theft Auto, and I just, you know, I hack games. I don't hack online games though. I only make mods for like story mode games. I don't hack online because that's a big legal issue, and I don't condone cheating against other players. But I'll make mods for story mode games. Now, if the game that I'm writing code for, or I'm trying to hack, if the developers have a online server, a vanilla server and a modded server, then I have no issues writing cheats for modded servers. But you know, last thing I want is the FBI to be at my house, and I don't condone against cheating, or I don't condone cheating online against other players. So I won't make mods that has anything to do with online activity. It's just not who I am. Like, it's just, myself playing games, I've run into too many cheaters, and they ruin the game for you. And I'm a programmer, and I don't even condone it. And it's just, I will never hack someone's information. I will never, I mean, I could, I know how. I mean, as a developer, it's not hard to get information. But that's a big issue, man. You get caught, sometime. That is sometime. Get a knock on the door from the FBI, it wouldn't be a good conversation. I will not mess with no legal issues like that. Nope. But most of the mods I do anyways on story mode, like God mode, you know, spawn a cars, give yourself a weapon, just simple stuff. And what I use is I use Cheat Engine to get the name, because I have to go in the game. I gotta find the hash name that they use for the money and stuff, and then I just had a bite. I guess I'll recast it. What rod is doing that? Not this one, is it? Oh, hello. No, I don't have nothing. What the heck? But yeah, so I use Cheat Engine to get, cause you know every game has their own code that they use for like money and stuff. Use Cheat Engine to get the hash number, and then like if I'm trying to give myself money, like if I'm making a mob menu and I want to give myself money, or allow the player to get themselves money, then I would have to go into Cheat Engine. I'm about to give people a tutorial how to cheat. All right, whatever. So you use Cheat Engine, you figure out, you go in the game, you spend money, and then you go and you put the code in, how much your money is, and then it's gonna pop up a list of arrays and things that it could be. Go in the game, spend the money again, get that value to change. Then you do a new value, and then it's gonna come down to like 3 values, and one of those is gonna be your money. So one of those numbers will be your money. Take that number, and then you go to like I code in C#, I program in C#, and then you do an update, you do a whole bunch of arrays and stuff, and then you target that number, and that will be the number that the developers used for the money. And then you can target that number, and then you can add into your mob menu, and then you know you add text, give money, you click on it, that runs the code for the hash number, and then that will then update it to give yourself money. But you know, I'll condone it online. I ain't never cheat or made a mod for online. I don't plan on it. It's a look. It's not really against. Well, I guess it's against the law, but it's like you won't face legal trouble with the law if you downloaded a mod and go to online and hack. But if you are a author of a mod, then the developers are gonna come after you. You made the mod, and so then you're in some trouble. But like I've only hacked in like story mode, like GTA, Red Dead Redemption, you know, just story mode games. And I also make it where you can't go online with my mods. If you have my mods or my scripts loaded, you will get a message to unload the scripts before you can go online, because I don't want no one going online with my mods. You know, it's just there's no reason to be a bum and cheat online. I hate that, dude. I'm actually gonna open up my Visual Studio because I gotta look at some things. I thought I saved it. Yeah, I'm gonna work on that some more too. But yeah. So I use Cheat Engine. That's how I get the values of like. That's how I get the values of like health, you know, health, um, money. All you do is go in the game. You change the value, and then you update the value, and then it's gotta be one of those arrays, and then that's how you get the number that they use for the game. Now, in this game, that would be a lot harder to do because this game uses server. It's a server, like a dedicated server. Those are a little harder. You can manipulate those, but they're a little bit harder than like GTA. GTA is a standalone server. If that makes sense. They're not having a server. They're not having their stuff run through a server. All their stuff is based in a standalone code, which makes it a lot easier to manipulate. This is going through a web server pretty much. It's got some back-end server stuff, server-side stuff that's running off of it. So which means is their money for the game is stored. I bet you is stored on the server. So when you change the value, it's automatically gonna go update to the server side. So it's gonna be a lot harder to manipulate. It can be done, but it's a lot harder. Which is probably why you really don't run the cheaters on this game. It's very, very hard to manipulate it. But, you know, a lot of people know I make mods for GTA, and right here, you know, there's a mod that allows you to be a cop on GTA 5, and I make callouts for it. You know, just your typical backup, traffic police backup, family dispute, just typical stuff, right? Right here, I'm working on, they came out with a new plugin called Police and Redefine. So right here, I'm trying to learn the API, because I never used this API, it just came out. But I'm basically making it where it works with my callout, so, basically the plugin allows you to check their ID. So I'm making it where it's compatible with my callout, so when you ask the player, or the ped, like, what's his name, or his name is, like, well, my questions I'm asking him is up here. I keep it up the top. These are gonna be the questions I'm asking the driver and the passenger, which would be the hooker solicitation, right? Once he gets Once she gets in his car, it's then a crime. And then I ask, what's her name? And I'm asking, what's his name? You come down to the dialogue, and she's gonna say his name is driver, and I got some code. This is gonna make it where their names match for what dispatch says. But you can also make it where it's fake, so maybe she gives a fake name and they actually don't know each other and their stories don't match up. That's what I'm doing here as well. As you can see, I have different, not husband, not married, married. So their stories will match up here, their stories will not match up. They don't know each other. Then we can do our investigation, but like you can see I have an integer, a row equals, so it gets a random number up to 5. And so 0, you can see the driver should be arrested because I have a point system, so I have to have this in there. And if you don't arrest him, you would lose points because that's gonna go hand in hand with my career mode that I'm making. You know, you're gonna be able to rank up, XP, all that stuff. And I'm just gonna do a little bit, show you how example. Like, so right here, he should be arrested. Passenger data should not be arrested, but the driver should because I have her data in the same row 0. So if the game, so every time you run the call out, it's gonna pull a random number up to 5 or be from 0 to 5. If it pulls 0, then it's gonna pull this if statement. Or else, if it pulls 1, then it's gonna pull this one. Driver is clean. And then I have 2. And you can see he's not wanted. He looks pretty clean on that one as well. But maybe we can change. Maybe he doesn't have a valid driver's license, right? So we can put that to expired. Now he's got an expired driver's license. So I'm doing all the roles. That's going to be a part of. We don't even need that. That is going to be a part of that. So outcome 3, else. So we have else if row. So we don't need else anymore. We just need it for that one area because that's going to be else if it doesn't include this. Run this. So we can just say if I'm gonna get back to the game. It's just I love coding, dude. If row equals 3, then we already got 3, 4. So I'm programming 0 is actually 1. 1 is pretty much 2. So we have a round number up to 5. So this is gonna be our last if statement. Row equals 5. Alright, and then what we'll do is we added the outcomes for 0. Now we're gonna have to add the outcome 0 for the passenger. So you can see we already have a variable with hooker, the hooker name right here that we're gonna call. We already added that in, so we don't have to add it again, the variable. We just have to call on this name. So you can see row 1. We haven't done, we need to add the passenger under this if statement as well. So we'll then say this would be passenger. So get passenger data. And here we'll say I think we named it hooker data equals passenger dot get. So now we're getting the data. It's going to be able to communicate with dispatch. So whatever dispatch says, like if we ask her, hey, what's your name? My name is so-so. I live on an address or street or whatever. We can run her name. Everything's going to match up. That's what we're doing here. It's going to match up to whatever she's saying. It's going to show in the database she does not have a valid fishing license. She does not have a weapon permit. Maybe she does. You know, it's going to show all this. But if she's lying, we can make it where it's random, where we can give her a fake name and make it a randomization where maybe sometimes she's telling the truth, sometimes she's not. She can give us false information. That's also a crime as well. Then we can go from there. We can role play it out and do different things. So hooker dot first name, and I think we named her Taylor. Taylor done. So we'll say they're related. They're married right now. So we'll say Taylor. And then all we gotta do is call on this one. We already created the variable, so we don't have to call the variable again. We can just say hooker. Well, I see, because we added it up here. Okay, so that's not gonna be a big problem. Maybe I can probably add it up here. So it's not gonna show up because I have it within wrapped in this if statement. That's fine. We can create another if statement for this one as well, or another variable. We can just say variable. So function, and then that's gonna be passenger. So that's connected to our hooker. And then, so we got that. Now we can say passenger. We can call under our hooker. But this is a hooker solicitation call out. And then we can say dot for name. That is going to be equal to passenger data or hooker data. Hooker data dot first name. Hooker dot surname, last name. And then here we can start adding if she's wanted or whatever, right? So hooker wanted false. So maybe she's maybe we'll say she's wanted. So true. We can give her a driver's license. She's not driving, so it ain't gonna matter. But we'll say hooker data. Hey, see, driver's license state equals state dot. And then right here we can say suspended. We'll say it's suspended. We haven't done that yet for any of the if statements. Maybe she's on parole. Maybe she's not. We'll say no parole. See, we can do address too. These are all the different variables and different stuff we can do. You know, wanted, birthday. We can ask where her birthday is. Oh, my birthday is so. We can see if it matches up. Call it in the dispatch. I live over in so drive. We can do an address and give her an address. It matches up what dispatch says in the computer database. But we're gonna say that she is on parole is equal to false. Let's just say false for that. Maybe she's on parole though. Dot parole or probation, I meant. I don't like how I don't put a space between that. We'll say true for that. And then maybe she's got a fishing license or a hunting license or something. So we'll say hooker hunting license status. We'll say her this is expired, or you know what, revoked, or what's our options? Revoked. Maybe she illegally fished. Maybe she got caught doing something too many times and we revoked it. Weapon permit. Hooker dot weapon permit is gonna be a status equals e-document, not e-license. You know, so two different because this is a document. And then we'll say that she does not have a gun permit. So if she's got a gun, well, there goes that. And then, so driver shouldn't be arrested, but she's wanted, so she should be arrested. Cause as you can see, I have a point system. Depending on what you do. That's gonna go hand in hand with my career mode. The career mode just started making this. Doesn't work. Doesn't do anything. It's gonna take me a long time to get this up to stable and working and things working. But you're gonna be able to rank up. If you wrongfully detain somebody, you do something wrong, bad policing, you will derank. You will lose XP. And then if you, like I said, this is the only call out that has a point system. So If I put in here, passenger should be arrested equals true because she's got a warrant. She's wanted, right? You will lose points if you don't arrest her. So, yep. I don't know, man. I need to start put more time into it. The update should have been out a long time ago, but it's supposed to be out last Friday, and I ran into some issues because this call out right here, the one I'm working on, is a call out from a guy that used to mod in GTA named Albo. Very, very inspiration. There's no call out like this anywhere, and it took me a lot of time to work on it, but I got it exactly as close as I could to his call out. But I was like, you know what? I'm gonna have to change. I'm gonna take some things out and change it and put my own twist into it because it was supposed to be a remaster for him. I got as close as I could to his, but then I was like, man, I don't want him to think that I copied his stuff and he wants to see my code, which I don't mind him seeing my code, it's fine. But I don't want to get into no legal issue or copyright issue. I want to get as close as I can to his call out, but I don't want him to second guess. Oh man, you know, what's going on? It's exactly the way I had it, which is what I was going for, because I like to. I mean, he hasn't done anything in GTA for 7, 8 years, so I wanted to make something in honor of him because he's the one that got me started programming. And he's a good friend of mine. I don't think he would mind if I did use his code, but I'm not going to use his code. I'm gonna do things my way because. You know, but there's so many code. I didn't even see my rod move. There's so much code that does the same thing, right? I can tell you a code that would do one code can do like the same thing 20 times, or there's like 20 different code that does the same thing. So, but in honor of him, though, I'm not gonna keep any. You know, I'm gonna make sure I have my own names. You know, I'm not gonna use the same variables because I know. You know, I have looked at some of his code on GitHub just for reference. I didn't copy any of his code. I used my own variables, my own names. I just wanted to see a little bit how he did things because that's how I learned. I learned from like watching YouTube videos and reading, you know, programming books like this. This one's a good one. You know, C#. And you learn a lot about, like in that book, how to make a tic-tac-toe game, a matchmaking game, just simple stuff. But looking at his source code, his open source code, and watching YouTube videos and talking to him one-on-one, and talking to other developers have taught me a lot. So he gets all the credit because I would not be inspired. He inspired me back in 2016 to do this, to become a developer and do my own stuff. And here I am. Now, I haven't heard from the guy. 7 years, he got burnt out of programming, which we all get burnt out of something, right? So he has, he stepped down, and I haven't heard from him. I hope he's good. I hope he's still alive. I mean, it sounds kind of messed up to say, but dude hasn't posted anything on his YouTube channel. He hasn't just disappeared. Like, no one's heard from the guy. It's been like 7 years. So I hope the guy's good. But he's a good friend of mine, and I still call him a friend because, you know, we used to talk back in the day, and he's a very, very cool dude. He lives over there in UK. And I would not be where I am without him, dude. Let me tell you. He gets all the credit. Everything I do, everything I come out with, that dude gets the credit, even if it has nothing to do with him, because he inspired me. And I'm still not like. Everyone's like, oh, why don't you charge people? I'm never going to charge nobody for my work. Because I like to just do it out of fun and as a hobby. It's just fun. And it's like programming. And I'm good at it. I still don't know everything. You know, when things break all the time and I got to fix things and debug things. That's the thing that sucks when something breaks. Like, that's another thing that set me back from this, releasing this update. Is I started having some things break and crashing. If I do release the update, because I got 3 more callouts I added in, which I'm currently working on. One's a tractor, a stolen tractor. One is cows in the middle of the road. So you have to go clear the road, try to get the cows off the road. And then another one's the welfare check that has many outcomes. You know, maybe they answered the door, he was sleeping, or maybe you walk around the property and you find him dead. You know, different outcomes. I don't use AI either. Nope. I just can't get around to using AI. I know a lot of developers do. That's just the kind of world we live in now. Now I have used AI for some debugging stuff. I ain't gonna lie to you on that. I've used AI when something broke and I tried everything to fix it. And it was actually very simple. I don't know how I missed it, and I did, but AI kind of helped me with that. But I don't use AI for programming purposes or like you know, like copy paste code or how to make this and this. Like, I know what I'm doing. It's just sometimes when something breaks, sometimes you just gotta figure out what the hell's going on. And ChatGPT and other AI sources could be used as another developer. It's just like having someone next to me. Hey, you have any ideas why this is breaking? I can't figure it out. Oh yeah, let me check it. Oh, maybe it's that. You know. It's to me just another way of having another developer with you. The only thing is that developer doesn't sleep, right? But I don't know. If I do release this update, because the call out that I'm having problems with right now is the solicitation call out. It's not very up to par yet. I got it stabled enough to release it, but right now I'm implementing police and redefine. And like I said, I am changing some things around so I don't get, oh, you know, I need, you know, you copied my call out, which I did. Yeah, man, yeah, I kind of did copy it, but I did it because it's a inspiration that a call out that we haven't seen in years, you know. And I love that call out, and I remember playing it back in the day. It's an inspiration, but I did it all by scratch. All the code I'm using is all my code. I didn't copy nobody's code. It's just an inspiration, but I'm still gonna give him credit because he deserves the credit because it's his call out. It's still gonna be his call out no matter what. He's the first one to do a call out like this. But the point system I might take out because that is exactly how he did it. This is pretty much his point system, and I got it down to a T and how he had it. So I might change that because he might say, hold up here, let me look at your code. You copied me. But he's gonna look at it and he's gonna see it's totally different code. Like, it's almost the same principle, but it's different. But first of all, I'm gonna give him credit, but I don't see how you can get in trouble for that because, yeah, you're copying somebody else's, like, call out, but it's all your code. You didn't copy no one's code. Like, it's, you know, I don't understand how you would get in trouble for that because it's my code. I made it by scratch. I didn't copy nobody's code. He's gonna look at it, he's gonna see that it's all custom functions by me. It's my custom stuff. I got my own functions. I got my own classes, my own arrays, my own. I have a class that has all the vehicle models in the game. And I can just call on that class and it'll just pull all the cars in the game. It's all my classes, you know? But yeah. I'm kind of just ranting, man, cuz like I don't know. I get excited when I talk about programming. I thought about working on a game. I started working on a game, a horror game, but this is gonna be a fight. This is gonna be a fight. Thanks for catching something now, bro. That's what it's about. But tomorrow I got a doctor's appointment. Going with my mom to her appointment, and then we're gonna go out to dinner or lunch. I don't know, Golden Corral or something. I want to go to a buffet or something. I don't know. I don't want to eat something quick, you know. I don't want to wait. And then we're gonna go to my doctor's appointment. Oh no. I want to get a unique so bad, man. We should get more XP with this rod, because this is my weaker one. Well, that's my weakest one, but it's weaker than this one. That's my strongest one right there. I paid $66 for this DLC, man. I got 60 days to grind here. Now I won't be able to go here no more. Hola, ¿cómo está? Un café con leche, por favor. Or is it hola, hola, ¿cómo está? Un café con azúcar, por favor. I think that means hello, how are you? A coffee with sugar, please. Or Geddes is I want, right? Geddes. Hola. Did we have something in this rod? Oh no. We gotta fight two fish. I don't care about that one. This is my stronger one. Which means we probably got a bigger fish in here. We gotta fight too. It's coming in kind of easy. This is gonna be tough. Oh no, he escaped off that other rod. Are you serious? I feel like that might have been a better one. That sucks. (37°F). What's crazy, man, is our line is probably not even deep right here, and our line's probably not even in the water. They probably cut it off right when it gets in the water, and then give you the illusion that you're fighting a fish, which is crazy because it actually feels like you're fighting a fish. But like it feels like you're actually fighting. I guess you have some weight on here. This is the most gorgeous water I've ever seen in any game. I'm sorry, I ain't never seen water look this good besides Grand Theft Auto, Rockstar games, you know. This water is fantastic. The waves and everything is just so on point. And it's a free game, and that's like I said, that's why I paid $66 for the DLC. They're a smaller developer company, and I'm all about supporting smaller developer companies, and they make the best games in my opinion. Smaller developers. And, you know, I buy DLCs in this game because the game's free. And that's how they make their money. DLCs. So I'm all about. I'll support small developers anytime. You can have my money anytime you want, buddy. Promise you that. I'd rather spend money on this game than smaller games like 7 Days to Die in this game than to spend money on Call of Duty. The people, they don't care about your money, you know. They don't. They're so political anymore. Call of Duty. It's just crazy to me, man. I don't miss playing that game at all. I just don't. I miss the zombies. And I still play Black Ops 3 Zombies, just going for high rounds and Easter eggs, just having fun. Black Ops 2 and Black Ops 3 have the best zombies of all time. These kids nowadays have no idea what we had back in the day. And I say back in the day, like 2015, 2013, when did it come out? 2015 or 16? Black Ops 3 came out, but Black Ops 2 was really good too. Well, that was 2012, so yeah. In 2 more years, it'd be 20 years Michael Jackson died. I remember exactly where I was at when he died too. I almost died the same day he died when I was tubing. We were in some trouble. We got caught in this current. It wasn't good. If it wasn't for the people behind us, I probably would have died. So we got caught in this. We were tubing down a creek, got caught in this current, and then started doing like a tornado swirl. Started dragging me under, and could have been bad. I was like 9. I don't know. Was I 15, 14? No, I was younger than that. 20 years ago? Yeah, I was probably like 12. That could have been bad. Very bad. We didn't have people behind us. I never went tubing. First time. And we got in the car and we heard pop star Michael Jackson passed away. I remember watching his funeral. 20 years ago, man. It's crazy. See, I like fishing for these things because you can fish at night. There's no cooldown at nighttime. During the day, there's cooldown, though. You're getting closer. Here we come. Wait for that. Wait for us to see a swirl and big waves, because that's definitely a shark. That happens. It's definitely a shark, but here it comes. Waves should start getting pretty big once we get them about 20 feet. A new personal record. That's 7. Look at that money, bro. And XP pretty good too. Look at the money. We just made that. It's 10,000, it's 60,000 to travel here from the United States on the game, because you start off at Texas, so that's like your home. That's your home, right? So it's a bit pricey to get there. 60,000, and then it's 10,000 per night. So we just made, I'm gonna say 110,000, because they're gonna take 10,000 to stay here again for the next day. And that's not a bad fish. And I'm gonna go ahead and save that one as well, just because. So I guess that we can go ahead and reset here. Oh! Oh! Oh, we must have been stuck in the... What were we stuck on? Let's go ahead and auto reel that in. We have a pretty big fish net too on this boat. Max fish we can have is a 15. AF 7.3 pounds. So 1,587.3 pounds, and then we can get max of 7,716. This is gonna take a minute. Let's go ahead. I don't have audio. Okay. Oh. I hate when it does that, man. I think I'm him getting bites. But usually while I'm fishing, man, I like to practice my skills. Maybe I'll turn my electric on. I was gonna play my cue stick, but I like to practice my skills and stuff. Why's my rod doing that? We have something? What the heck? Turn some delay on. Maybe we'll turn the delay off. Okay. What did he call it? Trying to find my other. Oh, here it is. I like to sit here and practice my skills and stuff. Is a B major skill. That don't rate me fossility-do, the skill everyone knows. Now it's a little fuzzy, but that's because I have my pedal board running in directly to my amp. I need to run it through my FX loop, but I need to get more cables for that. And then I practice my sweep arpeggios. Practice all kinds of stuff, right? You know, the way to get better at playing and shredding or whatever you're doing. Is you put on. Oh, I got my. Turn that chorus off. Is you watch TV or whatever you're doing. And just practice your skills, man. Practice, practice, practice. I've been playing a long time, so I'm probably gonna. I just bought that amp too. But you just sit here while you're watching the movie or whatever. I'm gonna start down here and work my way up. So G major scale. Work your way up the scales. And then like you're playing the G major scale. It's only a 7-note scale pretty much. And then you can keep going up the scale too. So you have your G, A, B, C, D, E, F sharp, G. And everything comes from the major scale. If you know the major scale, anything you play is from the major scale. If you play a minor, so like your song's in a minor key. Just wait for him to get to the bottom. How far are you taking me? I'm confused. It don't even say we're at the bottom anymore. Let's put it right here. Like, so, you're playing, if you're in a key of G, your relative minor in G is E. So if I'm playing a song in G major, I can play an E minor pentatonic and it's gonna sound good. But they share the same notes. So it's because it's a sixth of G major, E. So G, 1, 2, A, 3, B, 4 is C, 5 is D, 6 is E. So if I want to play if I want to play G minor scale, then I do E to E in G. So E, G, and there's your E minor. your E minor scale from the G major, because they have the same notes. You're doing E to E. You're starting on E instead of starting on G. This is more happier. You start on E, then G, A, you work your way up, and you stop at the octave in E. Like that. It works no matter what you're playing. I'm doing A. A, your relative minor is A, B, or A, B, C sharp, D, E, F sharp. So A, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's your F sharp. Right? That's your relative minor. So if I'm playing a song in, my band's playing a song in A minor, or A major, I can come down here and solo in. I can solo in F sharp minor because they have the same notes. And then I can go back to A major. Like that. So, but then again, once again, to make it minor, you do F sharp to F sharp. So I can go, well, I have an F sharp right here, but I can go, let's see. See, E's right here. I could do it there, but I'm gonna do it down here instead. That. I got so many guitars, it's ridiculous. That's what I do. I mean, fishing may seem boring, but I love it. But when I'm not getting bites, I'm just gonna sit here and practice. I can shred pretty easily. I can actually play faster than that, but I'm really not warmed up, and I don't want to pull my hand or pull a muscle because that can't happen. You start playing too fast when you're not even warmed up yet. You know. Your wrist really starts to move like this, you know? See, that's doing that kind of locked up on me because I'm not really warmed up. But how I warm up is I start doing chromatic scale, walking my way up like this, all 4 fingers. See, I just choked that. Back up. You know your fingers, or I'll do warm-ups like this. Get all fingers involved. The pinky is the hardest one. Pinky and ring finger. They cramp up quick. You're gonna start to feel it in your forearm. Stop, Paul, change fingers. Second finger, ring finger, now it's gonna get harder and it's gonna burn. That's how you build muscles. Oh yeah, it's burning now, it's locking up. Ring finger. My ring finger don't want, my pinky don't want to do nothing. You're gonna feel it right in here. Oh, it's gonna burn, but you're building your muscles. I can tap a little bit. But yeah, yeah, just sit here and practice, man. Sometimes I'll just put a metronome on. Metronome can be kind of annoying. Metronome. And make sure I'm always in time. I don't even really need a metronome, but metronome. I got a little sloppy there. Trying to hear it. See. You just try different things, or I could do two. Wait, pause. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now I always try to make sure I end on that down. Just have fun with it, man. Music is so fun. The only thing I'm not really good at, like I can sit here and shred all day. And how I got so good at doing that is just taking one note, just going crazy with not even using my other hand. Just you know, you want to turn the pick like at an angle. If you go straight, you get more of a different attack, but you're gonna get caught up on your strings a lot easier. You want to kind of just turn it and barely have any pick sticking out, and you can play a lot faster when you do that. I messed that up. There we go. So yeah, you want to just kind of. Looks like this is moving. What do you mean if it's gone, dude? I got a couple guitars going out for repair. I gotta fix them, but. And then, like I said, you doing 4 notes is easy because the down up stays the same. So like this, down up, 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 down. Right? But 3 notes is hard because you have to alternate pick. So 3 notes is like this: down, up, down. Now the next string is always going to change the which way you go. So the next string is either going to be a down, the next string after that will be a up, back to down, the next string so it rotates like this. Down, so down, up, down, the next string, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, and so on. It's like that all across all the strings, it changes. And when you can do that, then you can do things like, you know, I'm doing it so fast you can't even tell, but repetition, muscle memory. I'm doing down, up, down, on each string is changing. I'm hitting the right notes, it's clean, but the amp right now, the way I have it run through from my pedal, it's kind of like the effects they really need to be run through my effects loop, not through the amp itself, which is not good, but I really desperately need to get some more cables. I need like 4 cables to run it through the FX loop. My wife is hot. Nice. I got long fingers, so I can stretch like pretty good distance. And it doesn't feel good. Let me tell you, it hurts, but. I don't have a whammy bar in this one. But yep, been playing a long time, and I'm still not the best. I mean, I played with some big bands, some big Chicago, Tilda. I mean, I played with a lot of big bands, but I'm like my weakness really is not shredding. I can play fast, always been able to do that, but sweep picking, arpeggios, these. Trying to make it as clean as I can. It's called sweep picking because you're raking it. One motion. Now I can do the 3 notes. But the 5 notes, these. See, it's not as clean. Those are hard. And I've been playing guitar 20 years. Maybe over 20 years, and that is probably the hardest thing to do, which I can do it, but not clean. Not as clean as I would like. So, yep, gotta work on those, but practice makes perfect, man. I can't stress that enough. Practice, practice, practice. And then drums, been playing drums since I was 3, which is nice. Being able to play drums and look, if you're someone like me that deals with anxiety and panic attacks pretty frequently, music is the way to go, man. I just start writing songs and start playing my instruments, and it's just like the anxiety just gets better. It's like I'm home. When I'm playing on stage in front of 20,000 people, I would rather be doing that. I can do that, but the moment I start talking to somebody one-on-one or groups of people, I start panicking. I don't like being crowded around people. If I'm on stage, I'm fine. I can be on stage all day long. But the moment I'm being grouped close quarters with people, Disney World, like when I went to Disney World and stuff, I start panicking, dude. People like, well, you play in front of 20, 30, 40,000 people. It's different. I'm on stage. Unless they jump up and attack me, they're not in my way. They're not like I'm not being crowded, bunched up against them. It's different. And I'm at home. I'm on stage. I'm at home on stage. It's always been that way. I played in front of lots of people. And of course, me being human, I've made mistakes on stage. My strap broke. I broke a string. I hit the wrong note with delay on. And if anyone knows anything about that, hitting the wrong note with delay, that is torture. Because all you hear is dun 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 over and over. And there was no drums were playing at the time either, so it was like you can tell it's clear as day. You don't take a musician to know I just hit the wrong note on a solo. It is what it is. It happens. We're human. We're not in a recording studio. It happens. So, it is what it is. But it's embarrassing. Yeah, it's embarrassing. Luckily, though, when you're on stage, you can't see anybody in the crowd because all you have is lights beaming your eyes. You honestly cannot see nobody. I don't think I have to reset these. Oh! Well, I got something, but it's not a fish. I think I got snagged on the bottom. I think I have something. I think I have a shell or whatever they call it. Because it's ruining pretty quickly, so I probably have something. Yeah, I decided to take a little break from DBD for a little bit. Yeah, I'm not getting bored or burnt out of it, but I paid $66 in this DLC. I want to get some money's worth out of it, you know. I got 60. Now I got 59 days to grind. Longer I don't grind, the more I'm just wasting money. You know. I want to at least try to level up some. Once I'm about to order a new mixer board. I have a Mackie right here. I don't know if you guys can see it, but I do have a mixer board right here. I don't currently use it because I should, or I just don't. I use Waveform for my recording, but I'm thinking about going to Pro Tools. But Pro Tools is a lot more expensive. But Pro Tools, you can get like a drum machine. Like Pro Tools, you can get a lot creative with making music. The only thing is, I don't have all my recording microphones set up. All my recording microphones are in the closet. I don't have them hooked up. And I want to get my pedal board and my amp fixed up with the effects loop before I start recording through that. Because I could plug in my guitar to my mixer board and run it straight in and use a digital amp and stuff on my waveform, but no, I'm thinking about it. Think about how I want to do it. I feel like it might be, I don't know, am I losing any tone doing that, you know? I'm free from the hate. I'm free from the women that did me wrong. I'll tell you who I wish I had. I'm talented, like, I know that, and I don't mean it to be cocky, but I'm not going to post it on Facebook if it's bad. That's one thing I won't do, embarrass myself. I'm a perfectionist. Things have to be perfect. But I wish I was as talented as Charlie Poof. That dude's got perfect pitch. I have relative pitch, not perfect pitch. Relative pitch is I'm able to hear a song and find the note and find what key it is pretty quickly, right? But I can't just say, ding, and no one knows what that is, you know? You could probably train yourself, but I don't know. But he's very creative in how he makes his songs. The dude comes up with a song like, he's so creative, dude. He makes his own beats and his own, like, everything. Bass. I need to give me a little small piano that I can use for, like, my bass line and all that stuff. I got a keyboard back there, but I don't use it much anymore. I'm about to buy another keyboard, probably. Why is it so bright like that? I'm gonna say that to my boys too over at Fishing Planet. Look, it's good to to have kind of crazy how I'm friends with the developers of this game, but they always listen to my feedback because they know I'm a developer too. But I'm not nowhere on their level. These guys that make this game is ridiculous. I just do mods, you know. I haven't any luck now. I need to get some lure so I can start troll fishing, trolling. Let me look at my fish finder. How are we looking? We got plenty of fish around us. Obviously, we're in like an ocean type thing here. The waves is just so realistic, dude. in some games, the waves never change rotation. They always go in the same direction. On this game, like we got if you look, we got a west wind, and look at that. It's going directly how you think it would in real life. Some games ain't like that. They don't have the waves, like in Stranded Deep, for example. The water current always goes south to north. Never changes. So it's a waiting game. I don't know why they just stopped biting, but we just keep going. We're really trying to grind, trying to level up. Or Silent Night. I just play that by ear, just hear it. You hear it. I can play pretty much any song by ear. I just gotta hear it and figure out the key. And usually I find the bass line first. And then I can pretty much figure out what key it's in. That's a A minor pentatonic. Penta means 5. And another cool fact, if you're playing a minor pentatonic, like A minor pentatonic, and you put your pinky on the A, that'd be a major pentatonic, which is technically F sharp pentatonic, but it could be both. So it depends on what note you're improvising. Alright, so for example, this is A minor pentatonic, and this is A major pentatonic or F sharp minor pentatonic, depending on what note you emphasize. I think I'm saying that right. So instead of coming back, like this would be F sharp minor pentatonic. I land back on the F sharp. But to make it a major pentatonic, I make sure I land back on the A. Like that. Background noise, that noise is kind of annoying, but I have to just kind of deal with that until I get the FX the chorus for the FX loop. What that's gonna do is gonna separate my delay, my effects from the actual guitar tone. There we go. Yeah, got something, finally. On a weaker rod. But you can still stay here. It's always fun. Alright. The most important thing is muting your strings, you know? Now I'm trying to mute the strings with my index finger, which could be hard sometimes. And sometimes I hate using the sometimes I hate using a noise gate because sometimes I feel like it takes the sustain of the notes away. Sometimes you have no choice. But I think I have a delay on. That's a $1,500 pedal I have over there. I don't know if you can see that over there, but that's my pedal board on the ground. On my guitars. It's a $1,500 pedal board. Bluetooth built into it. Wi-Fi. I can go on the internet and download some other rigs and stuff that people have made presets. I have a worship preset, and I'll go to my other one here in a minute. My worship one. I might be able to get to that now. This is my worship preset for worship music. Man, it sounds so good. So good. So good. So good. I bought this preset. This is a worship preset called Prime Worship from a website I got. And I bought this one because this is so good. And it comes with some custom pedal stuff. I have a digital pedal board. It's a lot easier to travel when you're doing gigs and stuff. My wife is hot. 1993. it just sounds so good. So good. I can't get enough of this tone on this one. It's just so good. SpongeBob. Sponge. Rob. Okay. I've seen that guy before, Harley. There's gonna be a fight right here. We got a west wind. I'm getting hungry. There's gonna be a fight right here, man. This is my weaker one. My weaker rod out is a 3. Man, I'm ready to go bowling Thursday. I'm supposed to get my bowling ball. Come on, boy. Come on. We ain't going nowhere, buddy. Coming right to my boat. You ain't got nowhere to go, bud. He's coming slowly. This is a good map, though, man. This map looks so good. Everything looks. The graphics look really good. I'm also at the highest graphical settings you can go. Let me check my email. What we got in my email? Communication. There he comes. He's coming. That's just a young. That's just a baby, but the money is still. I'll take the money. Now we wait. But yeah, this effect right here is so good. See, now my pig's getting hung up a little bit, so now I gotta change my pig angle. Almost like that, so. Make sure I'm relaxed. Just kind of relax your wrist a little bit more. I gotta pee so freaking bad. It says strike timeout, but I'm not seeing my rod dance. Let's double check here. Got him. Got him on the weaker rod. That's not good. I lost him? No. Hope I can buy more of these baits, man. Oh, man. When I run out, I'm in trouble. I am in trouble when I run out. I'm still level 37. I don't know why that does that one. Let me take a picture of that on my phone so I can send it to the devs. I'm gonna take a break, I think. I'm so hungry. Let's see what happens here. This one looks like it moved. Almost to 1,000,000. Yeah. That one. On the big rod, too. Oh, of course I get a bite on that, dude. I'm just gonna fight this one. I don't wanna lose this one.
It's like getting a gym membership or something. It's like, dude, you have to do this to like get healthy.
That's three. Get ready for the show. That's four. Stop, baby. Get the video. Five. That's two.
Tester Up is a scam. I only made it.
Don't ever think you're not important because you're not behind a pulpit somewhere. Most people that come to the Lord are introduced to Christ through someone that they know. So you all have a pulpit. It might be your backyard fence or your desk at work, but everybody has a pulpit. And the thing that's most important than anything else is that every Christian get out in the world and act like one. Don't ever think you're not important.
To the members of the Islamic Revolutionary Guard, the armed forces, and all of the police, I say tonight that you must lay down your weapons and have complete So, lay down your arms. You will be treated fairly with total immunity, or you will face certain death. To the members of the Islamic Revolutionary Guard, the armed forces, and all of the police, I say tonight that you must lay down your weapons and have complete immunity, or in the alternative, face certain death.
Yeah.
So, lay down your arms. You will be treated fairly with total immunity, or you will face certain death. To the members of the Islamic Revolutionary Guard, the armed forces, and all of the police, I say tonight that you must lay down your weapons and have complete immunity, or in the alternative, face certain.
We have the weapons over here. Nobody wants to mess with what we have over
I
here.
just went over and spoke with him, the running back out of Arkansas, and he broke down in tears again with me. He said, I'm so emotional, man. I've worked my whole life for this. This is why the Combine is so important, Rich and DJ, and it's so vital for so many of these young men to tell me that he's worked his entire life for this. I just went over and spoke with him, the running back out of...
This guy's good. Arpeggios. Arpeggios. Come on. Come on, buddy boy. Alright, I'm gonna take a break. I'm gonna get some food. Let me just go ahead and put this auto. Gotta get up early, but I ain't going to bed. I'm gonna have trouble sleeping at night because I slept so late. Wasn't feeling too good. This one don't have an auto. Oh, I gotta reel through this. That one doesn't have an e-reel. Electric reel. do some coding tomorrow. I'm gonna check the missions too. Apparently there's some missions for this map. There's probably a fish monster for this map too. Here we go. This is the fish monster right here. There's 2. 3. That's this one too, right? Oh, that's the other one. Alright, back on later or tomorrow. I don't know. Yeah, I made some pretty good money. Take 10,000 off that. I just made because I got to pay for that. Almost to $1 million.